When you were pregnant, you noticed all these pregnant women. When you wanted to buy that red car, okay, you started noticing more red cars on the road, right? That's because that was your focus and you've activated that part of your brain. When you're in a really crap relationship or you've got an untrusting husband, all you hear and see are stories, okay, of untrusting husbands and whatever, okay? That's how that works, right? And so if you have, you know, clear goals, they're both written or they're visual, okay, it starts activating that much faster, right? Now, we don't need to know exactly how we're going to manifest these things. However, you need to be clear of what you want and you need to start taking some action towards it, all right? And so it is about, okay, I want to build that global community, and you know what? I'm now going to that fair. So you're taking a step towards that goal and you're creating momentum, because then the universe sees that, hey, she's serious. It's not a gunner. It's not a fantasy. You're actually taking action towards it. And then what will happen is that people at the fair will come and they will start to create this desire that she wants to have or whatever. And I'm just using, sorry, is it Holly as an example. Does that make sense? All right, now you all have a wheel. So the first page, that was if you wanted to take some notes, you could have written notes on how we actually process information. Now I always start off with a wheel, and I've just put 4 because we're really low on time. Now what I'm giving you is a whole day workshop because there's lots of stuff behind the actual doing of the wheel. So I'm cramming a whole day into an hour and a half. Okay, so
we need it.
Yeah, because you're all really good and you get this stuff. Okay, so looking at your career, because you know some of you are at different area, times. Some of you are in an established business. Some of you are, at the embryo stage. Some of you are, moving smoothly. From 0 is in the middle, and 10 is it's perfect. It's rocking and rolling. I'm global. It's everything I want it to be. So where are you on the scale of 0 to 10? And then in your relationship, so that's your relationships with your husband, your kids, and you can just do an average one there. Generally speaking, I'm pretty good with my relationships, so I'll give myself a 7, or an 8, or well, hubby's in the doghouse right now, so maybe a 6, and that's something we can work on. Yeah. Career is your business, wealth and finance. We've just had our finance. So where are you on that retirement? Sticking it up there, and it's all going to come into fruition. There's a few underlying bits and pieces that you also need to clear. And generally, we have a lot of blocks in order to create that nice energy flow. And, for energy to come up and energy to go down, and, if you're into chakra healing and all that sort of stuff. So there are lots of blocks that we have, and it's due to generally emotional blocks. Our fears, our limiting beliefs. Great. So this is all fantastic. However, fat chance I'm never going to get that. And that's it's your mindset, and whether you really believe in yourself, whether you trust yourself, and they're all blocks that you need to to get over. You all have, I think it is. I've lost my stuff there. So what I've done is created an online program. So instead of doing the mentoring circles live, for easy access, saving time, money, and without you having to travel and leave your children, it's going to be online, so webinar. So what happens is that every fortnight you get a lesson. So it's understanding it's all those components. So we look at goal setting, we look at doing that values audit, and really getting connected with what's really important to you and why. Because if you're not connected to the big reason why, your motivation doesn't last. And then you're on to another big shiny button, red button, and another new idea. So you really got to get connected to what it is that you're doing, and what's the big picture, and what's the big purpose, why am I doing this? Again, letting go of those beliefs and the sabotage, the sabotaging process that you go through in order to develop self-esteem, the confidence, getting rid of the blockages, understanding your personality and what are those strengths, and how do I best use those strengths in order to build those relationships, because everything you do is about relationships. And as I said before, when that relationship with yourself is got to be a good one, because again, you're going to be sabotaging yourself or beating yourself up for why, you know, you're not there yet, or, you know, whatever. And it all goes back to managing your emotions. So understanding why, you know, because we all have a strategy of doing anger, sadness, whatever it is that you're, you know, depression, whatever it is that you have a pattern of doing, and it's breaking those patterns and giving you a more positive mindset, and shifting those in order to have an empowered and peaceful and more joyous life. So I've broken that down to 6 webinars and then coaching sessions. So the groups are only 8 to 10 people big or small, and so therefore everyone gets a turn of sharing their goals. So you actually you have a session with me first of all, looking at where are you in your business, and we go through your life audit and set some really good foundational goals, and then you're with me for 3 months, so there's accountability. So each fortnight's like, okay, so how are you going with that? What did you do? Where's your block? And there's coaching and stuff there as well, and also, you know, outside of that. And also the group, you know, the group becomes your, you know, support mechanism, and you all meet outside, have coffee and support one another. So, you know, I've got some absolutely fantastic, beautiful friendships that I've made from the women in the goals group, and just watching them all work and support one another is fantastic. And we're just talking about Suzette, where I met her originally. It was at too, wasn't it?
I think so. I've been trying to work it out.
So were you with Josie too? No, I've met you before, but I've met you with Josie. And so Josie's actually part of my goals group. She was in the very first one, and she's been with me for the last 4 years. And so watching Josie grow from just being, you know, an events coordinator, stuff that she's doing, and just helping her in the business, but also, you know, helping her set it up, filling show bags, you know, all those sorts of things. It's that whole, you know, network, someone to ring up and say, you know, I'm having a really bad day today, you know, the kids are driving me nuts, and blah, blah, blah. You know, what would you do in this situation? So it's that, you know, support system. So that's basically the program, and short on testimonials. Actually, some of you might know Grow 8. She does all the bags, you know, the nappy bags and
Best
things.
thing ever.
Yeah.
GR8, yeah.
Yeah. Caroline Coots is also in my goals group, and actually her and Catherine are really good friends, and they live out, you know, that side of town, and they would come in, you know, together and stuff. So so she had some massive health issues and lots of blockages, and but has had a massive shift, and her whole business is now, you know, now she's got a distributor in England, and she's, you know, I think she got Harrods.
Wow.
You know, so she's really moving, you know, moving on, and so yeah, bought a complete new business. So her husband's actually, they've split in their business, so the husband's now got his own sexy floor company, it's called, and she's now
I only rang them last week.
Well, that's
what
her
a silly
husband.
name for a floor company.
Yeah,
Sexy floor.
Sexy floor.
But you rang them.
Oh, because someone else told me to ring them.
Yeah, so
It worked.
So he's
As
now,
I googled it, I thought, what's going to come up?
yeah.
Another company.
So
called
now
Walls
she's-
with Balls.
Yeah, walls and balls.
So now she's, you know, running the company by herself, making all the decisions, really stepping into her power, and, you know, going great guns. So that's
Funny.
all right. So yeah, basically today it's $4.97. So if you're interested in joining the goals group, there's a new one starting in June. So June the 4th.
Where are you
and
based?
Online.
So your mental
So
groups.
so the groups are online for your webinar. Okay, online. So anyone there online, you can do webinars and teleseminars. And then I'm in Maribyrnong, so our first meeting, you would come to me, and we would sort of, you know, have a session and stuff. And you've been at my place, haven't you?
Yeah.
And so having that session there, and then
She's not far from High Point.
that's right, just down the hill from High Point. So that's basically where I live. And also with that, you will get a copy of The Wheel of Life, the movie. So if you haven't seen that, it was like The Secret, but it's all about the different areas of the Wheel of Life, and they've got a lot of Australian people in there, experts in the different fields there. And I also wanted to do a raffle because I too am an author, and which is the Smart Women's Live Their Wives. So it's about 40 women that have written their stories, very inspirational stories where, just like yourselves, it's that point of, uh-oh, what the hell am I doing in my life? And then picking themselves up and creating some amazing businesses. So so that actually became a #1 bestseller on Amazon after the first week of being on sales. So now, if you've got a business card,
Just give it to me, I want it.
Yeah.
and this is also, I will be emailing you to check your photo of your finished completed vision board. Yeah, do it.
I'm going to stick that there because I'm going to get them so they can
Email and
I reckon. The kids can make them puppets and
and
introduce
also I need to
the
give
girl
you
in
my
the middle.
card. Everyone got
on.
theirs?
You're having one of Elisa's that's mine.
So is it email and phone number?
Him, Anthony.
You know my details.
You surely got to get your business card.
I do.
You're talking about for what, a year?
But how
Yeah, I know, but I
stupid,
haven't
they
needed
had
it.
poor Sam in there,
I just
bumped
want
him
that.
out. This idiot's come back in and then
A nice quiet space, focus on your breathing, get centered and just have an intention for the day. So today, my intention is to work on this part of my business or this, whatever. Bring forward, the people that I need to meet and the resources that I need in order to get me there.
can I share a story? And I'm signing this up.